Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about smoke. To begin with, let's just have an analysis of all the units that I can think of that can use smoke. In the Americans, first of all, we have the M4 Sherman with its smoke screen, the M8A1 mortar carriage with a mobile smoke barrage ability, the M20 that can use its smoke pots, which gets them out of trouble. Over here we have the British forces, and here we have some units that can also use smoke. So we have the AEC, the Cromwell, the Churchill, Vet 3 commandos. They can also lob when they retreat. They drop a smoke bomb to cover themselves from retreat, and they can also lob a light smoke grenade anyway. And I put the sappers here as well because they can build the mortar pit, and the mortar pit can drop smoke shells as well, and quite a few. Now we move over to the Austere. Here are a few units of the Austere that can drop smoke. We have the Puma over here, the mortar half-track. We also have the standard German mortar team, and the artillery officer can also drop smoke shells, and that is in a few commanders that you can get him in. Over here we have the OKW units that I can think of that they can use smoke. We have the Volkswagen squad that can drop the smoke grenade that does damage as well. It's not just it's like a special kind of smoke grenade. We have the flak half track here that can use smoke, and the Puma as well that can use smoke. Now finally the Soviet units that can use smoke. We have the shock troops that can lob that a very useful and quite cheap smoke grenade. The 120mm and the standard 4182mm Soviet mortars here that can also use smoke. Okay, so now I've set up a little demonstration over here with a Maxim squad, an enemy Maxim squad is pointing this way, and let's just say I don't know I don't know that's there. So let's just toggle the fog of war off, and I'm going to run over to that area, right? Okay, and I've got some grenadiers backing forward, so I'm going to try and capture this point. I now see this Maxim squad, so I'm like, oh god, no! So I'm going to drop some smoke here to save my pioneers, and pull this squad back. But now they'll get pinned, right? But you might not want to retreat them because you know they'll become unsuppressed, and I can move them away. And this small smoke barrage lasts quite a while. So look, they become unsuppressed, and now I can move them away out of trouble. And while this smoke is happening, I can push in with these Grens around the side and not get shot up by this MG and flank it quite effectively here. And there we go. And that is one use of smoke to save your squads from getting suppressed. And and a good cover for you to move forward and engage an enemy unit. This time we're going to be using vehicle smoke to protect ourselves. Okay, so here I have a flak half track, and I want to engage this side over here, and I'm going to go through the fog of war. Generally, it's a very bad idea to push through your vehicle, especially a light vehicle like this, through the fog of war looking forward to start with. We're now pushing forward here. And oh no, we've seen an enemy unit. And as soon as I spot him, I'm going to smoke myself, right? And I'm going to back away out of this area. And because if I didn't smoke them, then the AT gun would have fired again, and I would have lost my half track. So that's a way how I can save myself to get out of danger. And the flak half track, though, it can only use this ability once it's gained veterancy 1, so bear that in mind. However, say if I was this Soviet player right here, right? If I saw that half track come forward right now, and then he smoked himself, I would then use attack ground through the smoke and hope to see if that shell would land and finish off the half track. It's always worthwhile to do this because automatically your AT guns will not fire through the smoke. You have to manually get your AT gun or whatever, even your tank, to fire through the smoke by using attack ground. And I have classic hotkeys turned off, so it's E for me on my keyboard. So I press E, and then I quickly press left click down on the field, and my AT gun will then fire manually using attack ground. Right? Okay, now this time we're going to be using smoke as an aggressive maneuver. We have a Puma over here, a Vet 1. With smoke available, and we have an enemy T-34 down here. So I'm going to use smoke here to try and help benefit me from taking out this T-34, because in a direct one-on-one fight, this T-34 will beat me. But I'm going to be using my Puma's abilities, and specifically in this case smoke, to help me win this fight. So here we go. Here comes my Puma. Let's turn the fog of war off so you get a bit of an idea of what's going on here. So I've spotted the enemy tank here. And just as he's about to fire, I'm going to smoke again. And then I'm going to follow him round the back here. And get another shot off. And keep following him around. And circle strafe him like this. Right? As if you were the Soviet player, you should be reversing back away here and making your turret face towards the Puma. But this is an easy way for you to be able to engage an enemy tank aggressively without him being able to get an easy shot off on you, right? So again, look, I'll let him come close and let him almost take a shot at me, and immediately smoke and get away as well. And I'm going to turn back here. He still can't see me, so I can also do this and attack ground him through the fog of war, and he won't be able to stop this happening. I mean, he could also attack ground back at me. Now he spotted me again, so I'm going to keep moving around, keep microing around. And there we go. We finally killed the enemy T-34 using superior micro and with the smoke ability. Because as you saw, as soon as the enemy's turret had locked onto your tank, you then pop smoke just before the shot fires, because that will then stop an automatic fire from that tank. The player who controls that tank will then have to manually attack ground, right? And in low-level gameplay and in average games, the players generally do not do that. So you should be okay. But in higher level games, you've got to anticipate that and be ready. But you can still use that to your advantage, because the players may be caught off guard if you pop smoke at the right time. We're going to be doing a second demonstration of an aggressive use of smoke. I know for a fact, because I've set it up obviously, that there's an enemy position over here. And I want to assault this position, but I want my tanks to engage this position without being shot at by pack fire first. So what I will do is, I know that he's set up here, so I'm going to use my smoke canisters in an aggressive manner forward first, like this. There we go. So it's Z on my hotkey, and here come these smoke canister shells, and they're going to provide cover for me as I try to push forward here and engage this position. Now, as the Axis player, you should immediately try and reverse out here, but this is a good way to engage your enemy opponent. And then look, we flanked the position, and the enemy's anti-tank guns have not even managed to get one shot off because we pushed in with smoke to start with. Okay, now we'll be doing exactly the same thing, but this time with the British forces. We now have two Cromwells, and they can use their smoke canisters. But also what I've done here is I've laid up some enemy mines as well. So first of all, what we're going to be doing against this enemy position is we're going to be smoking forward to cover our advance with both these canisters. So there goes the smoke up. And then we're going to be pushing in with the sweepers to spot for the mines. And then we can just charge all the way through. We don't even have to sweep the mines. We can just charge through this really quickly. And even I might step on those mines. The sweepers are going to cover me here. So I'm just going to quickly push in here. Flank the enemy position. And there we go. And then the enemy has been successfully flanked, and that is the end of it. But as you see here, these mines have all been revealed, but because I've got my sweepers nearby, my Cromwells, even though they drove over those mines, they did not get damaged by them. So it's always a good idea to push forward with sweepers first. So smoke first, push forward with sweepers, and then attack. And then you can negate the minefields. So once you've cleaned up all the enemy forces, then you can get your sweepers to go back and then sweep the mines, right? Okay, now we're going to do another saving technique, but this time with a Sherman. Shermans have a really, really good smoke canister ability. Unlike other units, like with the Puma and the M20, which can smoke and smoke just covers themselves, the smoke screen ability from the Sherman, you can drop it anywhere you feel like it within its range, right? So as you can see here and on the mini map, the Sherman can throw its smoke within this circle over here. There we go, right there. Right? So I know there's a tiger here, so let's engage it. Well, let's just say I don't know there is a tiger there. So we go in here, find that there's an enemy tiger, then go, okay, I can't engage that. I'm going to smoke backwards and give myself some covering smoke so that I can back away and hide through the smoke, right? I could have also dropped that smoke on top of that tank, but it might be a good idea to drop your smoke behind you, because then at least if you reverse back, you might be able to set up some sort of ambush. Because if you smoke him in the front, he knows what you know. He knows this side of the field, right? But he doesn't know what's over here. He might think, oh, I might be able to quickly kill his Sherman if I keep chasing him forward. And as he emerges through your defensive smoke, as we're going to call it, you might have positioned like a couple of AT guns back here, and he just gets sandwiched, or he might roll into a well-placed mine. hit it, and the AT guns can then deliver the final blows and kill the tiger. That's why you might want to use defensive smoke, retreating smoke, rather than aggressive smoke. You can also use smoke as a way to fake an attack. For instance, let's just assume there's an enemy position over here. I, with my Sherman and my forces over here, I could smoke here, right? And the enemy might think, oh, he's going to probably try and push through the smoke this way. But instead, I come in from another angle. This is where you can use smoke to fake an attack. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else that you can use smoke with. I hope you enjoyed this session, guys. If you've got any other ideas that you could use smoke with, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I will definitely be doing more of these tip sessions in the future. I've got a bit more of my passion back in with Company Heroes 2 again. And yeah, stay tuned for more. See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.